For all our fans who follow us here at our Patreon or even follow us on our YouTube channel. So today I just wanted to talk about some cool ideas I'm planning since the first, I guess I'd say, version 1 of the evolution for the Amazing Universe. We've included all the major things we wanted to do. We're finishing up a few little major things. Now, you're saying, but Lewis, we haven't seen everything. There's a whole bunch of stuff missing. Yes, there's stuff missing. But as heroes and villains have gone, and the original concept, that's all taken care of. I've done that for the last 2 years, developing stuff, developing artwork, developing storylines, and even coming up with our first 6 adventures. Everything is in place and ready to go, so we are moving around. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure that you guys get to see, and more importantly, get to play on one of the coolest adventure series for superheroes. And the Amazing Universe, while we do have great heroes and villains, I know in the long term, once we keep adding to our adventures, you guys will fall even more in love with what we're doing. I mean, look, when I started this thing, it definitely was an homage to, I'd say, the 70s and 80s Marvel stuff, and that's what I want. I want to make a solid world of adventure that people who play in our setting understand, love, and want to see more of. But I also know that we've got to focus on telling bigger stories. We've got to take you in different places that you haven't seen, like, outer space. I keep mentioning outer space a lot because we've done a lot of research doing for our next evolution of the Amazing Universe setting. There will be a very huge space component. We've got the actual space station already set up now, and a lot of the terrorists that you're going to see coming in the future won't be homegrown or planet grown. There'll be aliens coming to the world, all kinds of things. I mean, there's some adventures I definitely have always wanted to do. There's one that I've referred to as Starship Down. Basically a crash landing and something happens. Funny enough, I've also had a fantasy version of this, which plays out very similar, but still, once again, the idea and concept works in modern day, works in superheroes, works in fantasy. It's a good concept that people can easily understand. So that's one I want to do. I also want to start doing, alien invasions. That's one of my big ones. Because I like the idea of alien invasions. I like to see how superheroes handle that. And, because once again, if you're invading the planet Earth, your technology is already way above us. You've traveled the stars to see this little mud ball, and you're like, oh, this is something interesting. Let me see what I can take out of this place. So there's those situations you can play with. I think they're just great places to tell potentially great stories. So I definitely want to do more of that. Also, we want to add, more villains. Superheroes are fun, and we always have more of those because we've talked about the U.S., but what about internationally? We've mentioned Canadian superhero groups, but are there any more? Is there a Japanese superhero group? Yes, there is. Is there a Russian superhero group? Yes, there is. Is there a Chinese superhero group? Yes, there is. So we want to start expanding out in the world so you can meet up with these groups, because not everybody's going to be playing in America. I mean, that's always a default setting because we're Americans, we made it, but doesn't mean that's everybody's going to play. I want people to be able to play this everywhere and fall in love with their own super groups there. They're going to have different motives than, what Strike Force has. But, places like Twilight Incorporated are around the world, so you're going to see their interaction with the other superheroes like that. So I just want to expand the world to where it's a much bigger place than we ever imagined, while at the same time having lots of fun doing cool stuff. That's it. It's pretty simple. So once again, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. If you like this video, click the button below with thumbs up. If you don't like what we talked about, hey, click the thumbs up. Click the thumbs down one. We're good either way. We just want to make sure that you get to hear and know what we're talking about. And we want to know what you're thinking about what we're talking about. So crazy. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.